People ask us on tours all the time whether or not New York tap water is the secret to our great pizza. And even though the answer is definitely not, I do think there's something to be said for the effect of water on dough. And that's why I made 2 batches and I'm gonna compare them. One batch has tap water right from my tap, and the other batch has bottled water straight from Tuscany. Let's see if there's a difference. The batch I made with the tap water is a lot more bubbly than the one that I made with bottled water. So there's been more fermentation with the tap water, less with the bottled water. You can see from the top, more fermentation, more bubbly, less fermentation. This one's a little tighter. The next step in this is gonna be when I stretch the dough. Deflate the tap water one first. Let's see if it's easy to work with. Feels good. The tap water one feels good, but this is also kind of what I'm used to. So to open up the one with the tap water, I'll understretch it just a little bit. It should be about 12 inches. Okay, I've just stretched out my beautiful dough, which means it's time to add the sauce. Although I'm not going to add sauce, I'm just gonna add crushed tomato. Because what most people don't realize is that pizzerias often use uncooked sauce. Most pizzerias just use lightly seasoned, uncooked tomato. That's what I'm gonna do today. I'm just gonna open up a can of crushed Jersey tomatoes from the great state, the Garden State, my home state. Now, to the tomatoes, the only thing I'm gonna add is salt. So I wanna give this one 6 grams of salt. I'm not gonna add anything else besides salt, because if I add oregano and garlic and all that other stuff, you can't take it out. So if I'm making a pizza that wouldn't benefit from oregano or garlic, I'm stuck. That's why instead of seasoning this sauce with oregano, garlic, pepper flake, I'm gonna season the pizza itself. Okay, so now this is the New York dough, just a tiny bit of flour on the peel. Dump our sauce right in the middle like normal. I'm using some fresh mozzarella on this pie. There it goes. All right, we're gonna bake it for about 6 to 8 minutes, see how it comes out. All right, took about 7 minutes, and that's made with the dough that's got New York tap water. Classic cheese pizza, made in the way that most New York slice shops do, with an unseasoned sauce, not a cooked sauce. Okay, this is the Italian water. It's a lot tighter, less fermented. Comes out real easy. I made these doughs the exact same time, so don't go telling me I made one of them this morning and one of them 3 days ago. I'm gonna stretch this the exact same way I did the other one. Lower amount of fermentation is revealing itself now in how much tighter this dough is. Still feels good, like I got no problem with it, but it just feels tighter. Just a small amount of flour on there. Do the same amount of sauce right in the center. Why not? Going into the oven. Seven minutes. This is exactly the same amount of time as that other pie, but this one's made with Italian bottled water. All right, I stretched them a little different. This makes sense that I open up this one bigger because that's the New York water, so it fermented faster, it relaxed faster. The tighter one, it makes sense that it didn't stretch quite as large. Let's take a look at the underside. Nice color on the bottom. I love that. And on this one, ooh, a little darker. I did leave it on the stone a little bit longer. So I'm gonna cut these. Let's use the P177A. This one is the New York one. This one's snappier. Definitely feels crunchier. Interesting. Okay, let's dress them up the same way. So we're gonna hit them both with just a little pinch of oregano. Gonna hit them both with a little bit of parm. Quick little squizzle of olive oil. So we gotta do a taste test, but it can't just be me. We're gonna have my producer take a look. So Slav, get out from behind the camera. I'm gonna scramble these up and I'm gonna serve them both to you and we'll see if you can tell the difference.
I don't spot any other differences visually. Maybe slice number 2 right here has a little bit more coloring on the side, but that's pretty much it. Let's do a taste test. So this is slice number 1. It's not super crunchy, it's pretty dense. Like I definitely feel some denseness in the dough, but tastes like regular New York slice. Try slice number 2. This is like a lighter dough to me, but it feels like a little more chewy. If I would not be too picky, they both kind of taste the same. I don't see a lot of difference, to be honest.
Number 1 and number 2. I think I did a slightly better job stretching number 2. But they both kind of look the same bubble-wise. Good crunch. The one with the New York water tastes like pizza to me. Slav said number 2 has the lighter dough, and this is the Italian bottled water. We'll find out. It is lighter, more of a gentle crisp. I think only because I know I made these doughs differently, feel like there's a difference, but it's really barely a difference. The biggest difference was the fermentation amount. The Italian bottled water was way more tame, and the New York water just, it was running away, like that was rising faster. I love this one. I think I'm gonna switch to using bottled water. Do I have to buy this crap for every pizza I make? Seriously? I like this one. I like it better. The texture on the bottled water one I like better, but the flavor is the same from one to the other. I guess, is there a difference? Well, if there is, it's so slight. And honestly, I probably just made one better than the other. Come on. There's no strong difference between these two. But I might have to buy more of that bottled water just to do more experiments.